Hello everyone, this is Lakhan Tanwani and welcome back to my channel and an amazing brand new video. So guys, Donald Trump's promise to bring peace to the world is hitting a wall. His big plans to end the wars in Ukraine and the Middle East are now being tested by, well, reality itself. After months of bold claims, failed summits, and public back and forths with Putin and Zelensky, Trump's so called peace strategy seems to be running out of the room to maneuver. And if that wasn't enough, even the fragile ceasefire in Gaza, which he has been calling his greatest diplomatic achievement, is hanging by a thread. So, guys, let's break down what's actually happening and why Trump's peace drive is starting to look more like a political balancing act than a masterstroke of diplomacy. So, guys, the cracks are already beginning to show. Trump's week started with a bang and ended with a retreat. So, what actually happened? After months of teasing another face to face meeting with Vladimir Putin, he suddenly called it off. He said, I don't want to have a wasted meeting. I don't want to have a waste of time. That's a far cry from the confidence he projected just weeks ago when he was just talking about hosting a Budapest peace summit to finally end the war in the Ukraine. And right in the middle of this, Trump's Vice President JD Vance was sent rushing to the Middle East trying to hold together a shaky ceasefire between Israel and Hamas that Trump once claimed could bring the everlasting peace. So, everlasting peace, maybe not quite. The truth is, both of the Trump's major peace efforts, Ukraine and the Middle East, are showing the same cracks. Too much of hype, too little groundwork, and the way too many moving parts to control at once. So, guys, what is the actually Ukraine breakdown? Let's start with the Ukraine. Trump came into his pushing a big idea that he could do what Biden couldn't, get Putin to the table, end the bloodshed, and make a deal. That was Trump's agenda. But the moment he got close to real negotiations, the same problem that's haunted every US president dealing with Russia hit him square in the face. Putin doesn't want peace, at least not on anyone else's terms. Putin sent drones to attack Ukrainian power plants in the middle of winter, as Trump was still talking about the peace talks. And at the same time, Trump flirted with the idea of sending Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, only to pull back after one phone call with Putin. Then he reportedly clashed again with Ukrainian President Zelensky, accusing him of being stubborn and not willing to make the compromises. So, guys, what's really happening now? Every time Trump pushes Putin too hard, Putin dangles the illusion of diplomacy just long enough to get what he wants, and Trump backs off. This is what happening. It's a cycle we have seen before, and each time Ukraine is left holding the bag. So, guys, what is the Middle East reality check? Meanwhile, over in the Middle East, Trump's historic ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is barely holding. Vice President JD Vance flew in to keep things from falling apart. But the situation is getting worse now. Israel accused Hamas of killing two soldiers, responded with airstrikes, and dozens were killed in Gaza. Yet Vance tried to spin it as progress, saying he is optimistic and believes the ceasefire will hold. Optimistic, being optimistic is sure, but realistic not really. Trump's approach has been to declare victory early and deal with consequences later. But in the Middle East, reality doesn't wait. Peace isn't a photo op, it's a process. And every sign so far shows that his everlasting peace deal might not even survive a month. So, guys, now let's observe the pattern here. Here is what's becoming clear. Trump's foreign policy thrives on momentum and showmanship, but not on long term stability. He is great at generating headlines. Historic summit, breakthrough peace, unprecedented deal, but when the dust settles, the fundamentals don't change. Putin still wants territory in eastern Ukraine. Hamas still refuses to disarm, and both regions remain powder cakes waiting for a spark. Trump's instinct to center everything around himself as if diplomacy can happen by sheer willpower might make for great television, but it's proving to be a weak foundation for global peace. And that's what we are seeing now. The limits of a one man diplomacy in a world that doesn't bend to tweets or to social posts. So, guys, here is the real question. Was Trump ever serious about achieving peace, or was this always about optics, about looking like the global dealmaker he built his brand on? Because right now, both of his peace plans, Ukraine and the Middle East, are teetering, and the world can't afford another round of promises that collapse under their own weight. So, guys, what do you think on this? Can Trump actually deliver peace, or he is just staggering the performance of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real political analysis. This is Lakhan Tanwani. Stay sharp, stay informed.